I was constantly learning. I was constantly putting myself in a place where I could continue to thrive in the industry that I knew I wanted to grow in. That ain't your friend, sis. Because if you don't have the faith, how are you going to be confident that you can do something? The top thing that I wish I knew before starting a business, getting into entrepreneurship, is what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Tong. So happy to be back with another solo episode. It's been a minute, and thank God for all of my guest episodes. Thank God for pre-recording and hustling and grinding at the end of 2024, because baby, y'all wouldn't have got no episodes. The life transitions are real right now. And yeah, we are officially settled into San Diego. I'm officially a San Diego resident, so I'm really excited to continue to just settle in here. I'm teaching my first class this weekend. So yeah, it's just been a lot going on, a lot of changes, a lot of settling in, a lot of just getting my life together, honey. So we are here. We're back with another solo episode, and I'm really excited because it's about to be February. February always feels like a really good month. I don't know if it's like Valentine's, Galentine's, it's good vibes. So I'm really excited for February. I feel a little bit more just grounded, and I think next month is going to be really amazing. I have a big announcement at the end of this podcast, so make sure you guys stay until the end. So today we're going to be talking about 8 things that I wish I knew before becoming an entrepreneur and a business owner. I know many of y'all who listen to this show, you guys are aspiring entrepreneurs, aspiring business owners, aspiring content creators, aspiring creatives, or you're just a girly that likes listening to the show, and that's cool too, okay? But this episode, I'm going to be talking about some things that I wish I knew, that I wish I got a heads up on, and these are also some things that I coach my clients on when I'm doing mentorship. Okay, so number 1 is going to be, there is no off button until you decide that there's an off button, okay? Until you turn that off button off, literally, okay? Otherwise, you are going to be working 24/7. You are going to be concerned about your business 24/7. You are going to be constantly thinking of ideas, of things that you can create, of offers that you can come up with, of collaborations, of new things that you want to invite and start into your business. Trust me, honey, okay? It's a nonstop thing. And it's not a bad thing, because at the end of the day, you're doing this because you love it, right? That's why we should be doing it, right? We're never going into business or entrepreneurship because we want to make a bunch of money, okay? And yes, that is a motive. Yes, you will get there. Yes, the money will come. But if you don't truly enjoy what you're doing, if you're not loving what you're doing, if you're not loving the process, if you're not loving the journey, if you are not loving the content that you're putting out, right? It's going to always feel draining. It's always going to feel like a fight. It's always going to feel like you are just up against a wall. So number 1, right? You have to enjoy what you're doing. So once you get to a place of really understanding that what you're doing is beneficial, you're loving it, it's part of who you are, it's part of your purpose, right? Then it becomes a little bit easier to just fall into that trap of wanting to work all the time. And while this can be good for some people, it's also not that healthy, okay? We need breaks. We need to make sure that we are taking breaks. We need to make sure that we are having fun, that we're adding joy into our lives, that we are taking care of our health and wellness, right? Those are top priorities, especially if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, or content creator. Because think about it, you are always giving so much of yourself. You are always putting out. You are always showing up for other people. You are constantly helping other people, right? I'm always showing up for people. I'm always helping people. Right now, me on this podcast, I'm helping you guys learn, the ins and outs, and I'm giving you guys tips and, things that I wish I learned or somebody talked to me about when I was first getting into entrepreneurship. So you're always going to be putting out, you're always going to be, exerting energy. So it's really important that you put that back into yourself, honey. Okay. It's very, very important. So that just means being more intentional with the time, right? That you have, the extra time that you have. And if you feel like, your time is all over the place, your time management is all over the place, your tasks, your to do list is all over the place, it's very important to create structure. It's very important to maintain a calendar, right? To create boundaries around the times that you're working. So, for instance, time blocking, setting an actual work schedule for yourself. If you're not working a 9 to 5, or if you're not working, a 10 to 6 or a 10 to 3 or whatever, right? Most likely your time is just going to be open. So, a lot of the times, like, you end up just working throughout the whole day. Like, I can easily go from waking up, getting to work, and then working literally until it's time to go to bed. And I really had to check myself. And I wasn't really checking myself probably until like 2023, right? Like 20, yeah, probably like 2022, 2023. I was really like, yo, like, you're gonna burn yourself out. And I've definitely gone through periods of burnout. I literally went through a period of burnout in 2024. That was probably one of the hardest years of my life, not only in business but my personal life. And I was feeling very depleted. I just felt really drained by the time 2024 was over. So, that being said, it's really important to make sure we are intentionally taking the time for ourselves. Book the damn trip, go on a walk, go hiking, get outside, go to the beach. That's one of the reasons I even moved to San Diego, because I'm like, I can't continue to just be in this cycle of just work, 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 showing up for others, exerting energy, doing this, right? And yes, I have my self care practices. Yes, I have my daily routines, meditation, stretch, yoga, walking outside with my dog. But I needed a little bit more than that. And I also needed to be in an environment where health and wellness was a top priority in the environment, so that I can really like submerge myself in that. So that's my number one. Okay. So we do not want to be working 24/7. We're not doing that in 2025. Okay. Okay. So, number two, something I wish that I knew before getting into entrepreneurship: the people that you thought would support you, they are not going to. They will not. They will not. They are not going to. Okay. And you might have maybe 2 out of 10 people who are going to show up for you. Right. But other than that, like, it's going to be strangers. It's going to be people you never met. It's going to be people who follow you on the internet. Okay. It's going to be people who have been watching you from afar, clapping for you, rooting for you, wanting to show up for you. They like what you're putting out. They like what you're offering. They're taking advantage of it. They want to be part of your community, right? But it's very, very likely that these people are your friends and your family. Okay. And this is something that you just have to grow tough skin around. I've had to learn that. And I actually learned that very early on. And I think because I am a Scorpio and we're so used to just like not cutting people off, but just needing to do what we have to do, right? Like, if you show me that you're acting a certain way, or you're showing me that you are not supporting me or showing up for me, or that you're not interested, cool. I'm going to back the fuck up. Okay. So I'm never going to chase people or beg people or ask people to continue to like show up and support me. I'm just going to do what I have to do, or I'm going to find the people that will. So that's one of the things, like, we cannot be sensitive and we cannot be needy when it comes to, the people that show up for us. It's not going to be the people that you expected. Back in 2014, when I started up, my own Zumba classes, and I was running a studio. You guys can go back to like a previous episode where I talked about like my origin story and how I really like started up my business and got into an entrepreneur mindset. But baby, I thought off the bat I was about to be an entrepreneur. Okay. I was running a studio and I was like, okay, cool. We're going to do Zumba classes. It's about to be lit. People going to come. They're going to pay, $5 or whatever. The first maybe one or two classes, I had my friends and family come. And then after that, crickets. Nobody, honey. Okay. And it also comes down to like people just not taking you serious. When we think about like friends and family, they're used to seeing you in a certain light. They're not used to seeing you as a successful baddie boss entrepreneur. Okay. A lot of the times they don't believe in you because they don't even believe in themselves. So you can't take it personal. Okay. they just don't see it in you. And that's okay. You have to see it in yourself first. We're not here to beg people to see our talents, our gifts, or our potential. We're here to show them. You get what I'm saying? Okay, we just show them. So don't depend on your friends and family. It's not going to happen. And maybe you do have people in your immediate family or your best friends, whatever, that are going to show up for you. That's great. But do not depend on that, because the moment that they are not able to show up for you, or they can't make it to your event, or they are unable to share something that you have going on, you're going to take it personal, and then that's going to affect the relationship that you have. So it's better to just separate and to just find your tribe naturally. All right, y'all. So this is going to bring me into number 3. Something I wish that I also knew is that people are sometimes just going to see you as a threat or a competition for whatever freaking reason. Yo, get out of here. Are you serious right now? Do y'all see my dog? Like, this is not your show, bro. Anyway, people are going to see you as a threat or competition. And sometimes you have no idea why. Okay. You have no idea why. It's not something that you did. It's something within you that makes that person or those people feel some type of way. Usually it's a light within you that they are not sparking within themselves. I don't want to say that they don't have it, because a lot of the times when people are jealous or envious, it's not because they're not capable of doing the things that you're doing, or they're not capable of, pursuing their dreams or making things happen or being successful. It's not that. It's that their light is just not bright. It's not shining, and they see something within you. They see that you're shining your light and you're showing up unapologetically, and they don't understand how you're able to do that, and they're not. So it has nothing to do with you or anything that you're doing. It's something within them. So when you do start to notice that people are treating you different or saying little snarky remarks, like that's always like a thing for me. My ears are always wide open, honey. Okay, my eyes and my ears, because not only do I see everything and I hear everything, I also feel everything. So even if someone says something, but like I'm getting a vibe from them, or my intuition is telling me like this person doesn't really fuck with you like that, or that person doesn't really like you, or this person, they're talking shit about you behind your back, like 9 times out of 10, I'm right. Okay. And that was something that I really had to learn in 2024. I had a lot of people, and I don't even like to say that word a lot. I'm not even being dramatic, but I had a lot of people in my community that ended up leaving. I can't even tell you. Okay. I could sit here and tell you what I personally think, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So going back to the whole point, there are going to be people sometimes that they just cannot take the light that you are shining. They cannot take your expansion. They cannot take your success. It literally hurts for them to watch you grow and succeed and rise above your challenges, or to get to a place. A lot of people, they want to see you stay where you're at. That's the thing. A lot of people, they want you to stay here. They're cool with you staying here, but once you get here, it's like, bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? So you're gonna see that as you continue to grow, and especially the more that you blossom, the more that you step into your authenticity, the more that you continue to thrive and again show up unapologetically. I love that word, because it really is just I give no F's. I really am unbothered, because I know what I'm focused on, and I know what I'm here to do, and I know the life that I'm building for myself, so nothing else matters. Are you tired of stressing over meal prep, grocery shopping, and figuring out what to cook every single night? I know I am, child, okay? I am not trying to be slaving over the kitchen stove and worrying about washing dishes every single night. It's too much. Running a business is enough for me, honey. So allow me to introduce you to Cook Unity, your personal chef at your fingertips. Cook Unity delivers chef-crafted meals straight to your door, made with high-quality, fresh ingredients. Whether you're craving a hearty pasta, a healthy grain bowl, or something gourmet, there's something for every palate. These recipes are authentic, full of flavor, and created by local chefs who love food just as much as you do. As someone who's always on the go, whether it's teaching fitness classes, choreographing routines, or spending quality time with my friends or my pup, I love how Cook Unity saves me time without sacrificing flavor or nutrition. Plus, I get to try dishes from top chefs that I wouldn't normally have access to. So I can literally switch it up from Chinese to Mexican to Italian to Caribbean. I love it. I love it. I love it. No more takeout guilt, no more boring leftovers, just real delicious meals made just for you. So if you're ready to elevate your weeknight dinners, then head on over to cookunity.com and use my code MARTONG00 to get $60 off your first order. I will put that in the show notes for you so you can get easy access and take you right to the website. Okay, so don't forget, put your order in right now, okay, because they need to know what you're ordering. So even if you don't have the time to put your order in, they will go based off your preferences and your first questionnaire when you go to the website, and you can set up literally like your dietary needs, if you have any allergies, anything like that. So go right now, okay? Cook Unity. This is where convenience meets culinary creativity. Okay, number 4. Ooh, honey, I really wish somebody told me this. Self-employment taxes, baby. Self-employment taxes. Taxes as a business owner. They're more than what you would be paying if you were an employee. So if you have again, like 9 to 5 job, I don't even like to just say 9 to 5. A lot of people work other hours. You could be 11 to 7, whatever. But if you have a pay stub job, your employer, they're automatically taking taxes out of your paycheck. So that automatically gets accounted for when you're doing your taxes. However, when you're self-employed, when you run a business, you have to pay estimated taxes on your own, okay? And if you are not staying up to date with your income statements or your accounting, your bookkeeping, all that stuff, and paying taxes regularly, quarterly, you are going to be in for a good surprise, honey, okay? My first year in business, like my first official year, like after, I did my paperwork and all that stuff, I was like, I owe what? Excuse me? Estimated who? So it's very important that when we are going into business that we have our ducks in a row, honey, okay? Making sure that you are dealing and working with the right people, whether that's a bookkeeper, accounting, software. I always recommend QuickBooks. I love QuickBooks if you're someone that's able to take care of your accounting on your own. However, you do need someone that you can go to and ask for expert advice, okay? Don't be out here trying to do your taxes by yourself if you have a business and things are a little bit complicated, as they are in my business, okay? There's a lot of transactions going in and out. I also have different components of my business, retreats, podcasts, it's just a lot going on, contractors. So you want to make sure that you are setting yourself up correctly because, baby, put some money aside for taxes, make sure you are staying up to date with that, and you'll be good. Okay, getting into number 5, fifth thing that I wish I knew before starting a business. You can't do it alone. As much as you want to, as much as you think you cannot do it alone. Not if you want to scale. Now, if you're a content creator, if you're someone who is primarily focused on creating content for brands, social media, maybe even your own personal brand, whatever the case, that's a little bit different because you are most likely going to be like a solopreneur where you are basically just working on your own content. Maybe you have an editor if you really need one, but I know a lot of content creators, specifically like YouTubers, who they just edit their own videos. I still edit my own videos, okay? That's something that I do want to outsource eventually, but I've hired editors in the past. I've tried out a few people. I've gone on like Fiverr and hired like contractors, but at the end of the day, if I feel like I'm paying you to do something that I could either do myself or I could do better, or I constantly have to go back and forth with you about edits and what to fix or what I want, it's like at that point, I might as well just do it myself. So if you are a content creator, it's probably a little easier for you to just do things by yourself. But if you are running like a brick and mortar, if you have a team, if you have a lot of different things going on in your business, you are going to need help. Okay, you're going to need help. So put your pride aside, get your coins together, okay, and hire the help. A lot of the times when you're starting out, there's going to be people who even want to volunteer. In the beginning stages, years of my business, I was lucky enough to have people who volunteered to help me, like, oh, can I help you check in? Can I help you with social media? It wasn't a lot of people and it wasn't a lot of time, it was just like, oh, maybe like an hour a week or something like that. But nevertheless, I had people who were willing to help me. So you can always find volunteers, you can hire interns, you can find, I don't know, your mom, your sister, ask someone in your community, in your church if they want to help you. You could also potentially find people who want to be in the same industry or want to learn from you, AKA, I guess that would be an intern, but you could find people who want to learn from you and who are willing to work with you either, at no cost or in exchange for something or at a lower rate, whatever it is that you can work out. But you need to make sure that you have support. Okay. That is the biggest thing. And that's one of the biggest lessons I had to learn in business. And especially from, I want to say like 2023 to 2025. I mean, we're 2025 now, and I'm still like, hey, can you help me? Fortunately, I now have a team in place. I feel like I am supported a lot more than I was in the past where I was doing everything myself. But I also know as I continue to expand and grow the things that I want to do and the places that I want to take my business and my personal brand, I cannot do it if I do not have people helping me and supporting me and assisting. So it's going to be really important that you do find that support for yourself. All right, y'all, getting into number 6, something I wish I knew. Investing in yourself is crucial. Okay. It is a requirement. And I'm not going to say that I haven't always known that. I think I've always been great at investing in myself, especially when it comes to workshops, higher education. Like even when I was primarily just teaching Zumba, like I was always getting into like another workshop or getting another certification. Like I think I got like 2 Zumba certifications and then I moved on and I did like Payo. I got into pop Pilates. Like I was constantly learning. I was constantly putting myself in a place where I could continue to thrive in the industry that I knew I wanted to grow in, right? It's like you say you want to grow like a dance and fitness business, but babe, like you have no education on fitness. You have no education on different styles of dance. Also, putting yourself in different types of classes, putting yourself in different genres, and I'm not just talking about like dance and fitness. I'm just saying in pertaining to me, but whatever your industry is, right? Say you were getting into videography. Are you watching different videos, different types of, editors and styles and vlogs and, just putting yourself in different industries? I think it's really important to be versatile and to be able to learn the different styles and components and modalities that come with different industries. So again, really important to invest in yourself. That's going to come down to your education. It's going to come down to your wellness, going back to like number 1, right? Making sure that you are taking care of yourself, taking breaks, all that good stuff. So invest in yourself, okay? Also investing in equipment, paying for a good camera, paying for a good phone. I didn't even want a damn iPhone, okay? I've always been team Galaxy, team Android for most of my life, honey, okay? And then I was like, if I want to get more into content creation and I want to grow my business and I want my content and my marketing to be clean and appealing to the eye and aesthetically pleasing, like I know, unfortunately, I have to get this iPhone, okay? Because yeah, I don't know. I still don't understand why Galaxies, their content and quality just doesn't resonate or show up in the way that it should on social media. It's so weird to me, but it is what it is. So I decided to, invest and get an iPhone, and it's been working in my favor. So, just investing, whether that's a laptop, whether that is mic, if you're someone who's getting into podcasting, invest in things that are going to help your business and going to make your life easier, going to improve your quality of whatever you're offering, your content, your consultations, whatever it is that you're doing. But knowing that the only way that you're going to progress and propel and succeed is by investing in yourself. Oh my God, y'all. So I just bought a brand new pair of professional dance heels from Burju Shoes, and I am completely obsessed. These are not only fashionable, but they're completely, absolutely comfortable. They're so lightweight, they fit my foot like a glove, and my feet are just completely happy. Versus when I first started taking heels classes and teaching heels classes, I was just picking up random heels from department stores and they were killing my feet. My feet would be swollen, I would have blisters, they would scuff up the floor at the dance studio. So I'm so happy that I came across Burju shoes. These are without a doubt the best heels in the industry, and a few celebrities, including Chloe Bailey, J-Lo, and Megan Thee Stallion, have been spotted wearing these during their big performances, so you know they're good. You absolutely need to invest in yourself this year and stop wasting your money on shoes that will only last you a week, girl, okay? If you're looking to level up and get into your heels bag and, just build your confidence, you're gonna need the right shoes. So these shoes will completely level up your dancing and help build your confidence because you're not worried about how your feet feel. Me and my clients have been wearing Burju shoes for a few years, and I'm honestly never gonna switch back. Like, I would never switch back to a department store heel, okay, honey? These shoes are lightweight, stylish, durable, and they come in a variety of different heel heights and styles for every different type of dance. The service is incredible, and if you need to exchange a size, they'll quickly help you do that. I do recommend ordering one full size up since these shoes are meant to hug your foot. So check out the amazing selection at burjushoes.com. Use my discount code RISFITKitty. That's RISSFITKITTY to save some cash on your next purchase. And let's get to dancing. Okay, number 7, y'all. We're almost there. This one is your clients are not your friends. I don't even think we need to really dive deep into this, but your clients are not your friends, babe. Okay, this is probably the biggest lesson, one of the biggest lessons, because 2024, they threw all the lessons at me, all the lessons, okay? But one of them was your clients are not your friends. And while, yes, you can have clients that are friends, that doesn't mean all of them have to be, and it doesn't mean that they need to be. You have to be able to set boundaries, okay? Just because you have a client that you guys have maybe the same sun sign, or you guys grew up in the same town, or you have the same interests, or you have the same shoes, or they seem really nice, it doesn't mean that you need to be friends. You need to be able to cut clear lines between your friends, your acquaintances, people that you work with, your coworkers, your team, your family, whatever it is. But know how to box people. And I know it sounds really bad, but you have to be able to put people in boxes. You have to. Even yourself, putting yourself in a box, okay? What I mean by that is, again, going back to number 1, taking the time and space to make sure that you are separating business, pleasure, rest, all those things. So if you want to, categorize it like that, you can do that. But I say putting people in boxes is going to make it so much easier for you. If you want to literally make a chart and write it down, if you're a visual person, literally write on a piece of paper, put your boxes: friends, acquaintances, mentors, people I look up to, whatever the case, okay? But make it clear, because if you're walking around and you're calling everybody your freaking friend, you're gonna get screwed over in the end, okay? I promise you, because that person that wants what you got, or that person that is secretly plotting on you and your business, that ain't your friend, sis, okay? They gonna pretend like that's your friend, okay? They gonna pretend like that's your friend because they want what you got, and they want the connections, and they want the ins, and they want to know what you know, but that's not your friend, boo. Okay, so be able to have the discernment. Discernment is key, honey. That is a very important word, and I want us to use it more. And I don't even just want us to use it more. I want us to actually apply it into our lives, okay? Use discernment. Make sure you know who is for you and who is not for you. What's for you and what's not for you. What is dangerous, what's not dangerous. Okay? All right. Registration is now open for both of our retreats coming up in 2025. We are going back to Arizona. Yep, back to where it started, baby. We're heading to Sedona in Scottsdale for 4 nights, 5 days to heal, to meditate, to ground ourselves, to have a deeper connection with ourselves. This is going to be a completely transformative experience. Join us for the Phoenix Rising Retreat from March 13th to the 17th, 2025. This is going to be amazing. If you've been asking about our first domestic retreat of 2025, well, this is it. We literally just opened registration. So reserve your spot. It's going to be freaking amazing. You can find all of our details on our website. And don't forget the Goddess Retreat in Greece. We're heading to Mykonos and the beautiful hidden gem Andros for 7 days, 6 nights from May 7th to the 13th. This is going to be an amazing experience if you're looking to connect with your feminine energy, if you're looking to soften, if you're looking to heal, if you're looking to really have a deeper connection with women and community and nature, and to soak in all that Greek goddess energy. So if you're interested and you're looking to take some time for yourself and start 2025 by putting yourself first and prioritizing your mental health, your self-care, your spirituality, your connection with yourself, then I invite you to register for our retreat. The only thing that's required to book is a deposit, and then you can make monthly payment arrangements up until January and February for the retreat. So any questions, feel free to hit us up at Real Hot Retreats on Instagram. Take a look at our previous retreats, see if you're feeling out the vibes. Okay, so this is going to bring us to our last one, number 8, the top thing that I wish I knew before starting a business, getting into entrepreneurship, is faith is a huge requirement, babe. Okay, let me actually flip that. Let me reverse the words. A huge amount of faith is a requirement. If you do not have faith, okay, and I'm talking about faith in God, I'm talking about faith in the universe, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it. But if you do not have faith, you're going to fall on your ass, okay? You're going to have a very hard time believing in yourself, believing in magic, believing that things can happen, believing that things are working out for you, believing that the money will come, believing that you are capable of doing the things that you are capable of. Do you know how many times I have suffered from so much self-doubt that it's almost crippling? And you guys would probably never believe that. You're like, oh girl, you're so confident. What are you talking about? You're a confidence coach. Yes, I am. But the only reason I can sit here and preach confidence and teach other women to learn how to be confident and to practice this, it's not just you wake up and you're confident, you practice it. You put certain things into motion. You take certain action steps to build the confidence, okay? And a lot of that comes from trusting, it comes from trying, it comes from getting uncomfortable, it comes from learning, from falling, from failing, right? That's how you build the confidence. So it's not something that you just adapt, it's not something that you just buy, right? You can't buy confidence. It's something that you have to build, you have to grow, you have to learn how to become confident. And with confidence, you have to have faith. Faith and confidence go hand in hand, okay? Because if you don't have the faith, how are you going to be confident that you can do something? You're not. So for me, faith is everything. Having a relationship with God, having a relationship where I know I can go and I can pray, right? And it's not just like me praying, always asking for things. It's sometimes, obviously you pray and you ask for things, but it's also like just asking for the damn faith. Asking for the strength and the belief and the trust, right? Asking, please continue to help me to build my faith. Please continue to help me to build my trust muscle. Please continue to help me build the patience, right? For whatever it is that I'm asking for. So if you do not have that and you're constantly just in a state of self-doubt and disbelief and you don't believe anything is possible, nothing will be possible for you. You have to really be a little bit crazy to succeed in business or entrepreneurship or whatever it is that you're doing. Anything where you are primarily depending on yourself to make things happen, if you don't have that belief in yourself, or you don't have a belief in a higher power, or understanding how things work or how things take time, it's going to be really hard for you to stay the course, because you're constantly going to be, in a negative state of mind, constantly thinking of the worst case scenario, thinking of the worst thing that could happen, or why things can't work out for you, or why things never work out for you. If you're continuing to stay in that mindset, I guarantee you things will not work out for you. So one of the biggest things that I encourage entrepreneurs and business owners to do is to build their faith, build a relationship with God, build a relationship with spirit, source, again, whatever you want to call it, but have that connection, meditate, pray, journal. You have to have some type of spiritual practice as an entrepreneur. And honestly, everyone should, but in this in this particular job, if you ain't got faith, honey, you ain't got nothing. Okay? So, I'm going to end here today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed these lessons. Before we end today, first of all, I want to invite you guys to rate and review the podcast if you haven't already. If you've been watching the show, or this is your first time finding an episode and you really loved it, I really want to, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in, for listening, for taking the time. Please feel free to give us a rating and review, whether you're listening on Apple, Spotify, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. And something that I want to talk about briefly before we end today, I'm really excited because I'm going to be launching my very first 4-week coaching program called Hydrated, Thriving, and Bossed Up. If you guys know, you know. Okay, first of all, go subscribe to my Substack, because this is a new column that I put out. We have the column for Let's Just Be Real. If you guys don't know, I put out extra bonus content and blogs that go along with some of these episodes. So if you guys like to read, if you want to get a little bit deeper into my head or my life, you can go ahead and subscribe to my Substack. I have a free subscription and I also have a paid subscription. Paid subscribers get a little bit more tea and juice, about what's going on in my life and things that I want to share, things that can help you benefit from. But you can also become a free subscriber. I also put out free content for you guys. But I have a new column on Substack called Hydrated, Thriving, and Bossed Up. And this is going to be a workshop. So this is going to be a 4-week coaching workshop. We're going to meet once a week. These will also be recorded. So in case you're not available during the live session, so these will be live group coaching calls. If you're not available for the live calls, they will be recorded, so you get a chance to still go back, watch the replay. Homework will be involved, okay? We'll be talking about different topics every single week. I'll also be adding in some extra videos for you guys, some resources, and there will be an option to meet with me one-on-one if you'd like to do that. So I'm really excited. Registration is officially open. The registration is open, and if you're subscribed to my Substack, you probably already got that email from me. So really excited. Spots are limited. I am very intentional about the people that are joining. So, there is a questionnaire that you have to fill out, an application. And yeah, I'm just really excited, guys. I cannot wait to continue to thrive, to boss up, to help you guys level up as well, and to really just step more into this role of being a mentor. So many women over the past years have asked me like, hey, how did you do this? I put out a reel the other day that was like, when it took you 10 years to create the business that your inner child or like your childhood self would have always wanted. And it has been 10 years. I started teaching my first set of classes in 2014, and I've always dreamt of having like a dance studio or a dance team, or doing like dance and fitness videos online. And it's like, I have all of those things plus more. I have a freaking podcast. I have a team. I have, so much. And there's been so many lessons that I've had to learn over the years, and to get to this place, to be able to teach and to mentor people and to give insight, you also have to be able to go through those experiences yourself. So that's why I'm really intentional on, who I'm teaching and who I'm bringing into my space, because I only want to teach people who are willing to put in the work, who are willing to go through the experiences, the hardships, the journeys, and the lessons. Because yes, you can get, all the advice and the mentorship that you want, but you have to understand that things are not always going to be smooth, and you have to be open to growing resilience, okay? And putting in the work. that's number one, putting in the work. I only got here because I've put in the work over the years. So that being said, if you are interested in joining my program, you can hit the link in the show notes. And yeah, I'm really excited to start this program. I'm really excited to continue putting out episodes. We are going to stick with just Wednesdays for now. I know before we were doing Tuesdays and Fridays, but as I continue to adjust, like I mentioned in one of my last solo episodes, I just feel a little bit more, I guess, at peace, just putting out one episode a week. Right now, I am, again, editing everything myself and just doing a lot right now. So that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you in another episode. Bye, y'all.